Hello, lovelies. Welcome to another dynamic download on Limitless. So, today we're going to talk about the current way for you to improve your performance on Instagram. This is my March 2023 report. So know that I previously have given you guidance and I still stick by many of those things, but this is coming directly from what Instagram would like you to do as a creator. Now, before I get into this, I shared a little bit about why they are coming out with these new guidelines in a previous dynamic download talking about how TikTok may be banned. And know that as I walk into this, as I shared this with some of my clients this week, there was a little bit of a grumble, but we'll talk through this. We'll get through this here. So here is what is currently being recommended so that you get your best performance with any of your Instagram posts. So currently they are deciding that they want you to use the in-app editing. No more CapCut, no more TikTok watermarks. They want you to absolutely edit as much as you can from everything with inside the app. Now, what I can absolutely tell you that that's the biggest grumble for the fact that the Instagram creation station is not without its problems. So know that this can be a little bit frustrating, but a couple of things you can think about here is start to save some of the templates that you love from other creators. So let's say you want to do a multi-cut video. Take a look at what you love other people doing and save that template so it's just an upload for you that can at least help this process. But if there's one thing for sure, let's say you're like, well, James, I still like to use the editing apps. Do yourself a favor and only add the captions within the app itself. That is going to help you perform just a little bit better to know that you're not using type in the font from other places. I also want to mention this, and just because I think it's important, is that quality content always will rise above some of these guidelines. So for this first way to improve your performance, you can also call their bluff. You get to play with this. So if one of your videos is performing really well over on YouTube, over on Pinterest, you can make sure you take off that watermark and just bring it into Instagram and see what happens with your posts. A lot of these things are heavily recommended, but once you bring over really quality post, you might notice that the reach isn't that much affected by it. So keeping this in mind. The second thing they're recommending, and I want you to take a deep breath, is they want you to post every single day. They are saying that they are going to be giving more reach to people who post 7 days a week. Now, I would not recommend that for any of you who have not been able to start a consistent schedule. I would want you to choose a number that fits for you. However, they are encouraging and they want to populate the platform with as much content as they can. So for now, if you're looking at this and you're deciding, okay, I want to try this out, here's how to start to consider how to hit that kind of number. So first, simplify your content planning process. So have a deep understanding of what the content strategy you want to have within your business. So know that, okay, if I'm going to have these pillars, I can create small, simple tips, or I can create I could do this easier by having a documentary style video or a quote from time to time, knowing that it doesn't always have to be this high value, high performance, formal edited video that you're putting up, but also to use a solid refresh and repurpose method. If you have a post that performed really well for you a year ago, can you reuse it? Is it something that you can just add a few new details to and it can work this year? So making sure that if you are going to try to hit this number, what have you already built that's going to make this a little easier for you? Another thing I want to just share here is that this is also an invitation to not only depend on Instagram. For instance, a lot of my own video, a lot of my own content is getting more reach than ever over on YouTube Shorts and on Pinterest. So being able to know that if this particular number seems insane, be able to say, I'm going to still post 2 times over on the gram and I'm going to focus my energy elsewhere. Feel free to allow this to be that permission. A third piece they're asking for us is that with hashtags, You only need to post 3, at most 5. I've already kind of given that information before, but a quick reminder here. You want to have it in your caption itself, and I recommend that you use 3 hashtags that you've looked up and seen how big they are on the platform related to your pillars, and have them have the hashtags be between 10,000 uses and 300,000 uses. That'll help you to be in that sweet spot to be able to be seen, and use those other 2 options. So if we're using all 5 hashtags, have those be SEO driven. So making sure whatever you post about, you have some SEO keywords that are in those hashtags as well. Number 4 is something that you've heard me talk about, and it's going to be even more important now. SEO is being heavily driven through your captions. So yes, use your captions. Refocus any of your previous hashtag energy and make sure your captions have some type of keywords, keyword phrasing, and be able to understand what people are searching for when they want to find the type of content you're creating. So 3 to 5 keywords and phrases is a good place to start, and know that once you add those in there, your search is going to get higher, as well as being able to play with what the algorithm is looking for. One last little caveat there: put it into sentence form. Don't do those paragraphs of keywords at the bottom. In general, that's going to be a surefire way to show that you're a bug. So make sure you put them in the sentences there. Last but not least, and I think this might be helpful to many of you, is trending audios are back. Yes, in the past, the trends seem to have been dipping, at least on Instagram as well. And TikTok is still kind of in a in-between place, but trending audios are back on Instagram. So take a moment to see if you have the new trending alert, that upward facing arrow on the audio and any of the reels that you're seeing, that is them letting you know that is a trending audio, and start to save those so that you can come back to them. Now, these things can be really helpful. I like to create 2 main folders, one within my Instagram where I'll save videos that have a background of music that I think is going to work really well. It's with, say, a talk to camera type of video. And then I'll have a separate folder that are just simply trending audios, meaning ones that I might lip sync to, or ones I might like dance to, that are probably just a little too loud for me to have as background music. So thinking about how you can just make that process a little bit easier for you. The last piece here is that they're discouraging any outside audio. So the more that you can use the audio that's provided to you on the platform, the better your performance will be. Now, I feel like it's important for me to say those 5 things are going to be so helpful to you, and I wanted to give you other options other than to play the cards that they're giving us. But there can be a collective sigh, like a collective sigh here, where there's frustrations with how hard it is to grow on Instagram and how many new rules there are. We're all feeling this way. So let's collectively know that we all feel this way. The biggest thing I want to really get across is they're able to do this because they don't have as much competition, especially if TikTok is banned, but also to know that this is where you want to consider why am I on social media? Why am I using these platforms? Instagram, more than any other platform, at least for me at the moment, has been able to connect me with the people that now are clients within my biz, now are partners and referrals. In general, I have a community around me who I regularly get to talk to. While all of these rules feel like it's intense and frustrating, your ability to show up no matter what is going to allow you to still build your business off of here. So line up with the purpose behind why you want to stay on top of this. And also consider expanding. Consider trying another platform. I promise you, I'll be here. If you have questions about these, please DM me. Please chat with me. I'm on Instagram at Jamie Ratterman. So JamieRattermann, the double N there at the end. I'm happy to chat about this and anything else to let you see kind of the power of social media. All right. I'll keep you posted.